Shout out to my AKs out there. I appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Keep doing so, man. I'm gonna keep doing it if y'all keep supporting it, man. That's how it goes. I appreciate all that. And shout out to US Sports Bet US Sportsbook online. That's really where I bet. That's real trap. I'm not capping. I really do bet there. So if you guys are interested, they're gonna give you some bread. I don't know how much. I don't care how much for, but they're gonna give you some bread on my name, man. So if you want to gamble, you want to bet on fights. I bet on fights. I don't bet on basketball much because I don't really watch it. But I bet on fights. I bet on baseball. Sometimes I might throw some soccer in a parlay or something like that. If you're interested, use the link below and make sure you use code word AKOYE, and they're gonna throw some bread at you, man. But let's break down the good, the bad, and the ugly for Tyler Smith. And I ain't talking about his face, no pun intended. We're talking about his game, man. He got a lot of goods, and I'll tell you this straight off the back: a lot of individuals, he may be an issue at. A lot of people are looking at it like he might be an issue at left tackle, right? I don't think so because I think here because he'll be playing left guard. I think he's fine. Like he definitely has a down or out mentality, meaning you either hitting the ground or I'm going to remove you from the play. He's an impact blocker, and he is like a train wreck. Wherever he is, watch your legs, watch your ribs, watch everything because he's mean, but he's also messy, and he's always going to the ground. And on the NFL, a lot of blockers and coaches don't really like that because when you fall to the ground, you fall into your own guy's legs, which is bad. But he makes it look very good because when he hits you and he takes those guys down, I don't want to be in those positions where you got 320 or 330 pounds. I don't know how big he is, but 330 pounds just like flopping on you over and over again. You can see how he wears guys down. I didn't even bother taking film for multiple games because I wanted to show the impact that he has on a game. And the impact that he had in this game was great, both good and bad. He got some holding penalties or even, skipped a few that he might have got away with. But you can see later on where his game is going to need some improvement. But even there, you could have called that one a hold, in my opinion, and, kind of took that guy down that way. But either way, the way his strength is, he's country strong, and if you get into his frame and you try to bull rush him or you try to manhandle him, you're not gonna win that. You see how far he removed that guy from the play just now, man, and that's what he does well. To defensive ends, defensive tackles, doesn't matter. If he has his feet set properly, you're not moving him, and that's great for him. Freakish strength and mean. He does not like the opposition, and that's how he prepares. He prepares for the game where it's like it's gonna be a fight. Either you gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill you. That's how he thinks, and I like that about him, and that shows up on film. I do know if I were watching a film of this guy, I would pay attention to him on the offensive line because he is wreaking havoc. So I'll give him that. I'll give him an A in regards to impact blocking and pass blocking and run blocking strength. His strength is freakish. I don't know how much he lifted in the combine, but you can just see it. He's freakishly strong. Now look at here. I said, just damn, man, look at it. Flop down to the ground. Then I drop my knees on you. You might get a flagrant foul in football for this. I don't even think they got rules for that right now, but they will, because if he keeps doing that to people, man, you're going to hurt somebody, man. That is dangerous, bro. He like a little kid that run with scissors. Like, you that kind of dangerous. Look at him just tripping people. He doing all kinds of craziness. Watch this. He's a body slamming dudes. Like, he choke you. He take you down. Look at this, man. The ball dead. Like, the run plays went to the right. This dude is all the way out near the sideline, man. That's how you finish guys, and that's what he looks for. And this is not even him at his best, man, because he got some footwork issues that we're gonna work on, man. We're about to talk about it right now. Here is the ugly. I skipped the bad. The bad will be at the end because he has some problems with his run blocking, but I think the ugly, where he really looks bad sometimes, are ugly. And like I said, I ain't talking about his face. Is the angles that he takes. His footwork is in question, and it forces him to do what you just see right there. Holds and weird blocks, and he doesn't know when he's beat. So he'll still go ahead and reach out there. He's not going to let you hit his quarterback, which I like, but he will still go out there and reach and grab you. All in right there. You see how he opens his arms instead of punching? He's a hugger. So when you block this way, you have no punch. There's not all the time. He doesn't do that consistently. But when you do it, those are going to be called holds at the next level. And he has a poor kick, which is, I think, the one problem that's causing all these other symptoms is the fact that that left foot, I don't know if he had an ankle issue or what, but he wasn't kicking and planting off that left. It's like his right is he's like one-legged almost, because his right foot he was like exploding off of it, and his left he was kind of tender with it. So maybe he was injured. I hope that's what it was, because they're saying in camp that he's looking totally different. But he definitely showed that he didn't have a great kick there, So maybe that was the issue, and I hope that's what it was. There was no kick at all on this particular play. He just started, backpedaling like he had DB, and that causes, again, a hold. That would have been a hold at the next level, and illegal hands to the face, so on. Like, he is doing WWE, Roddy, rest in peace, Roddy Piper type stuff to Bulls, man. And that's craziness. But he will take you to the ground, and sometimes these tackles that we saw that with Lael Collins, man. He's tackling guys. But speed kind of bothers him because of that poor footwork. His left foot is in question, in my opinion. I don't think this is much of a problem here, though. Not as much of a problem as people try to make it out to be, unless they're running stunts on us or something inside the A gap, because I think he's going to be a left guard, and I think he should remain a left guard for us. I don't think you move him to left tackle. I think you try to find you a left tackle later on, or you give him 2 years while Tyron is here to develop into the left tackle that we want him to be later. But I like him at left guard and leave him there, because he deals with power very well. And as we both know, or we all know, power was our issue inside. We had trouble with Connor Williams dealing with strength inside. He was a footwork guy. He was fast. He was athletic. But Connor couldn't really deal with, bull rushes or, just powerful defensive linemen. So that was an issue. I think, he's going to work on that, though. Run blocking, I gave him, an A for strength. And look at that. He just caved the entire side of the line. And gave him an A for strength and a C for footwork, because he can definitely clear the path if he gets there properly. But, you can kind of get him out of the way with your feet. Let's look at that again. Watch this. Because it looks like a train wreck. This is what Tyler Smith looks like blocking, man. It's just like a three-car pile-up type thing, man. And I like it. Like, it's just chaos everywhere after he's done. So that I like about him. He's coming to knock your head off. But he sometimes takes poor angles, and when he does that, it'll force him to hold. Like right there, he took a bad angle. That forced him to kind of hug instead of, getting a shoulder on that guy and clearing him out. He couldn't get him out of there, because he overran that one. But here you see he turns those hips, he jumps right into position, and it's just clear sailing right there. So he'll do this quite a bit. You'll see 2 or 3 blocks that make you scratch your head, but then he'll do it right, and you'll decapitate somebody, and you're clapping again. And that's really how I was looking at him when I was watching this film, which is why I didn't bother putting any other game in it, because this is more of the same. Every game that I watched was like this. He's a couple of plays. If you just watched him for 2 or 3 plays, you might say, "Oh man, he's bad." But then you'll see him, 2 plays later, and he's just knocking somebody's head off. So, I mean, this was a great example of how he plays. You'll see a lot of A class work, and then he'll give you a little bit of stuff that's like this. Reaching out, grabbing. He'll give you a lot of holds if he's not schooled up on, how to properly get there with his feet instead of trying to reach. Like his footwork and his kick step is what's causing him right there. You see that? Poor kick. He doesn't gain enough ground. So now what does he have to do? He has to reach, and that forces these holds. I don't think there's a lot to work on. It's just his kick step. And I don't think he has to work on that as fast as we think, because this boy left guard, man. But I'm AKOYE, and I'm out. Next.